All right, if you're a designer, you know the feeling, right? That grind. All those tedious little tasks, the endless back and forth on revisions, the long hours staring at a screen. But what if you had a co-pilot, someone or something to handle all that repetitive work that would free you up to focus on the stuff that really matters, the big ideas, the creativity, the strategy? Well, that co-pilot is no longer science fiction. It's here and it's powered by AI. So yeah, let's dive right in. And that word right there, sidekick, that is everything. This is the key thing to get. We are absolutely not talking about AI replacing designers or human creativity. No way. We're talking about a powerful assistant, a partner that just supercharges your workflow. It automates the boring stuff so you can design smarter, not harder. And this slide, it just lays it all out, doesn't it? Look at the difference. On the left, you've got the traditional way of doing things, slow, manual, kind of fragmented. And on the right, that's the new reality with AI. It's automated, it's fast, it's driven by actual data. Think about it. You go from spending weeks on a prototype to generating one in minutes. That's not just a small upgrade, it's a total revolution in how we work. Okay, so here's the plan. We're going to start by looking at what this new design co-pilot is all about. Then, we're going to follow the entire journey of an idea, from a napkin sketch all the way to a finished product, and see just how AI changes the game at every single step. All right, Section 1, the new design co-pilot. It's all about supercharging the design process. The core idea here is really simple. Let the machines handle the grunt work so you can focus on the big picture strategy and creative thinking. You know, the stuff that humans are awesome at. So, to make all this feel a bit more real, let's actually build something. Well, conceptually, anyway. We're going to imagine we're creating a simple food ordering app, right from scratch. This little app is going to be our guide through every stage of this new AI-powered workflow. Okay, next up, from idea to wireframe. This is all about research and ideation. I mean, where does any project start, right? You have an idea, and you need to turn it into a basic blueprint. And this is the very first place where AI can jump in and speed things up dramatically. So before we get all fancy with colors and fonts, let's just make sure we're on the same page. What is a low-fidelity wireframe? Well, it's basically the skeleton of your app. Think of it like a blueprint for a house. We're not worried about paint colors here. We just care about where the rooms and doors go. It's all about structure and function. And here's what actually goes into that blueprint. We're talking about the super basic layout, using simple shapes for things like buttons and images, and just dropping in placeholders for where the text is going to go. But the most important part, mapping out how a user actually moves through the app, the user flow. Again, it's all about function over form right now. Okay, now this is where the magic happens. Seriously. In the old days, you draw your idea on paper and then have to manually, painstakingly recreate it in a design tool. Ugh. But with an AI tool like User's Wireframe Scanner, it's just 3 steps. You draw your idea, you snap a photo, and boom, the AI turns your doodle into a fully editable digital wireframe. Designers report this can cut down the time for this stage by up to 70%. The amount of time you save is just insane. All right, so we've got our digital blueprint. Now it's time to actually build a house. Let's move on to generating designs and prototypes and see how AI takes that simple wireframe and turns it into something that looks and feels like a real interactive app. And this is a total game changer. Remember our food ordering app? You can literally just give an AI design tool a simple text prompt, something like a sleek, modern food ordering app. And what you get back isn't just one screen. Oh no. The AI generates an entire multi-screen design, homepage, menu, checkout, the whole shebang, all from a single sentence. Okay, so having a bunch of beautiful screens is awesome, but it's not an app, is it? It's just a collection of static images, like a picture book. So the real question is, how does a user actually use it? How do they navigate from one screen to the next? How do we make it feel real? And here's the brilliant part. AI can actually look at all your screens and figure out how they should connect. It automatically links them together, turning your static design into a clickable, interactive prototype. Just like that. And suddenly you can actually test the user flow, see if the navigation makes sense, and show it to people in a demo that feels exactly like the real thing. Moving on, let's talk about crafting the content and visuals, because a great layout is just a container, right? To really bring it to life and connect with users, you need compelling words and eye-catching images. And you guessed it, AI can help with that too. Just look at the difference here. On the left, you've got this lifeless shell. It's filled with that generic lorem ipsum placeholder text and boring gray boxes for images. But look at the right. AI has filled it all in with polished professional UX copy, button labels that actually make sense, and custom icons that fit the style. It's literally the difference between a skeleton and a living, breathing design. So how does this actually work? Well, you can use a large language model, think ChatGPT, to write all of those little bits of text, the UX copy. Button labels, error messages, those little pop-ups. And for the visuals, there are AI icon generators where you can just type in a prompt like a flat vector clock icon, and it spits out a custom visual that matches your design style perfectly. So cool. Okay, our app is looking great. It feels real, it's got content, but does it actually work for users? That's the million-dollar question, right? And that brings us to the final crucial step, testing and validating your design with data-driven AI insights. And wow, this table really tells the story. Traditional user testing, it's slow, it's expensive, and you're lucky if you can talk to like 20 people. But AI testing just flips that whole script. Now you can analyze feedback from thousands of users in a matter of hours, not weeks. And you're not just getting opinions, you're getting hard data, quantitative patterns, all at a massive scale and for way less money. So what does this look like in the real world? Well, you've got these incredible AI platforms that can do things like generate a heat map to predict where users' eyes are going to go before you even launch the thing. Tools like Hotjar can automatically analyze thousands of user sessions and pinpoint exactly where people are getting stuck or frustrated. And others, like UXAudit.io or Stark, can run automated checks for usability problems or to make sure your design is accessible to everyone. It's amazing. All right, let's bring this all together. The future of your workflow. What does all of this AI-powered process, really mean for you as a designer moving forward? Let's talk about the shift from manual work to strategic thinking. So here's the big takeaway. The most important thing to remember. AI is not here to take your job. It's here to make your job better. It elevates your role. By taking over all that manual, repetitive stuff, AI frees you up to work on a higher level. You get to be the strategist, the creative problem solver, the actual director of the entire user experience. In this quote, this is so important to keep in mind. Success comes from how effectively you use tools, not how many you use. The point isn't to go out and collect every single AI tool you can find. It's about finding the few that really work for you and your process, and then getting really, really good at using them. It's about being smart and strategic. And look, this isn't just some nice-sounding theory. The team at Elican, they actually live by this. They've designed over 200 software products by doing exactly that, focusing on a handful of powerful tools. It's proof that mastering a few key tools is way more powerful than just playing around with dozens of that. So I'm going to leave you with this one question to think about. With AI handling all the repetitive stuff, with your new Copilot taking care of the grind, what will you create? With all that extra time and mental space, what amazing, truly creative new things are you going to build? Because honestly, the possibilities are bigger now than they have ever been.